so glad you could join me here today. Today we'll be doing a nice little painting. I hope you could follow along with me. Um, Hopefully the audio sounds better on this video because I've been trying out this microphone so many times and it has not failed me. But I will be ordering new microphones just to not have that problem of microphone issues. But rather than that, let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. They'll be in the same order I have them on my palette, starting with my titanium white all the way to my cadmium yellow. While you're doing that, let me tell you what I got done up here. I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of liquid white. Rather than that, we're all ready to go. Now, let's grab our 2-inch brush. I just want to tap in a little bit of phthalo blue. Just tap it into your bristles and load it up. Let's come up here. I think there lives some water right out here. Now, I don't want a strong indication of water, so I just want something light, very subtle. That's why I'm tapping less paint onto my bristles. I just want the basic amount. Okay, just like so. I think there is some water there. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's pull up some more water. Same thing. Load your brush and pull from the outside in. So, just like so. You don't have to do much effort. The liquid white kind of helps you there. Maybe we bring that water down a bit. You decide what height or how low you want your water to be. I think like that is just good enough for me. Now, let's go into more phthalo blue. I won't be shy this time. I'm loading quite the blue on my bristles. Let's come up here and let's block in our basic little sky. Just by doing crisscross strokes, and those crisscross strokes will help for easier blending right now when we blend it out in a bit. Okay. So just go back and forth, and your paint will get lighter the lower it gets in the painting due to the liquid white, and it looks nice because in paintings usually it's lighter towards the horizon than it is at the very top. You know what? Let's tap in a little bit of blue and just darken the top up a bit. Now, crisscross strokes and go across. Just like that, you have a simple sky going on. Now, I don't want to spend any time. I have a pretty good idea what I want to paint, so I don't want to waste time. Let's put in a cloud. So, all you gotta do is don't let that brush stop moving. I want a big old cloud. Now, with that same brush we used for the sky and the water, just blend out that base of the cloud, lift upward, and go across. And just like that, you have yourself a nice little sky going on. Now, let me go ahead. Let me grab a clean 1-inch brush. Or you know what? Screw it. We don't use these brushes enough. We'll use a foliage brush. I have to check the handle because I haven't used it. I usually have it there just for basically display. Now, some ivory black, a little bit of sap green, and I just want small indications of some bushy little trees that live out there. So all you gotta do is tap, since it has that rounded corner. You can just tap, and that's it. Or you can use the side and go side to side. This brush is very forgiving for beginners. So if you're just starting out to paint, go ahead, feel free to use this brush. I don't really use it. When I started out, I didn't have enough money to buy this brush. So instead of buying this brush, I bought the 1-inch brush, and I got used to it. That's why I don't really use this brush. But it's a great brush, don't get me wrong. Now I'm just tapping down to be able to make some reflections go on in there. So just grab, pull. Just like so. Lightly, lightly. And go across ever so gently. Now, I'm going to a little touch of cadmium yellow. Let me pull it apart. I don't want to pollute all my paint. So just a bit of cadmium yellow and a few little sparkles. I don't want it too bright because it's off in the far for me. I don't want too much details going on in there. But you can tap those right back down. We'll blend those out a bit for reflections. Okay, ever so lightly. I just want a few indications of some highlights. Nothing crazy. Same steps, pull down and pull across. Just like that. You have yourself a nice little distant trees out in the far. Now, I'm gonna go into some titanium white and just scrub on a few little water lines. Just scrub them on, just like so. Maybe it's too far for you to see the dirt. This is a nice simple painting that will make people think you've been doing art for so long. Now, let me go into some ivory black. Now, you don't have to use your brush like this. You can also lay it flat. So, you can use it to lay in land, for example. I'm telling you, this brush serves more than what I use it for. I just use it for like distant trees and that's it usually. Something like so. Let's pull some reflections down here. Just grab, pull. Grab it, pull it. Okay? Now, let me go ahead. Let's highlight that area. So, I'm going to go into cadmium yellow, a little bit of green, the sap green, maybe a little bit of paint thinner, very little, trust me. You don't need much at all. You don't need this paint to be like ink. You just need a bit thinner. Oh yeah, that's good. And with that dark, you have a rich contrast, which is what I want. Okay, pull down lightly, go across. Let me clean my brush real quick. I have a bucket with the screen, as you guys may know, and it has paint thinner in there. So just remove the extra paint thinner on your brush. Shake off the excess. And just beat the brush dry. That's all you gotta do. Now, let's put in a couple distant trees up in there. So just load some sap green. Doesn't really matter what color you use, as long as you're happy with the color. Let's come up here and just pull down a few little strings. And I like to sort of push down a bit, but kind of angle those strokes out. It's like those fancy little trees, something like so. It's a bit funky. I prefer the evergreen trees, but for this painting, I think these trees will look better in there. But in your painting, if you decide you want evergreens, and go ahead and put those evergreen trees on. There's nothing holding you back. It's just you and your mind. Let's plop in a few little highlights. Now, let me go ahead. Let's get to work. Like if we weren't already. Let me double check my mic's on. So some dark sienna, some ivory black, and I thank every one of you guys for giving me the feedback of my audio not working. Don't feel like I'm gonna get offended and curse you guys and ban you. No, I like getting feedback and being able to correct it. So brown, black, and a little touch of white. And I just want a nice little tree trunk. Make that thin and fix that up. I don't like it looking that way. Now, let me load up more paint on my brush and just give it a couple extra highlights. Just load and attack. You have unlimited time with this, so take your time while painting. Don't feel rushed. I usually like to get my paintings under half an hour. No one's forcing me to. I just like it that way because I know as a viewer, at least I would want to watch half an hour or less. But you guys might like an hour, and that's fine. I have an hour special out. So if you guys want more information, I don't think I went slower. I think I just lost track of time. But I have an hour long special, and you guys could watch it. So scrubbing on some water lines, just like so. There we go. Now, how much time? We're at 15 minutes. Let's go ahead. Let's put on another layer of land. So I'm going to ivory black. Let's come up here and let's think. Where do we have this land going on to? Maybe like so. Maybe not too bumpy. And then maybe comes out here. You kind of just decide. You know what? Let's get it all together. What the heck? So all I'm doing is scrubbing on my base color, just dark color. So when I put my highlights on, it shows up way better. There we go. Maybe just like that. Now, let me go ahead, let's reflect some of that into our water. Just pull down, just like so, and go across. Now, let me go ahead and I'm gonna start on something when I'm not done with something else. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I'm going to ivory black with my 2-inch brush. Pull it one direction. Big ol' mean bushy tree. Okay? Just like so. Let me make sure my canvas is grabbed on tight. Now, let's go ahead, while we're at it, let's put in a bush right around here. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going crazy. Oh, let's highlight that first, real quick. I'm the type of person that doesn't finish one thing yet. I'm already on plan 10 when I'm barely starting on plan 1. I like doing stuff quick. Now, little highlight. I don't want much attention on here. I think I'm gonna cover it up with another tree. Not completely, but I just don't want much attention on that. Let's go ahead and let's just block in a tree. Big old tree. Let me mix up some more paint. Ivory black, some dark sienna. You mix it to your liking. Maybe a bit more black on there. Oh yeah, nice rich dark color. Pull it out flat. Cut a roll. You get that nice little roll of paint. Okay. Ever so lightly. Just touch. Pull. Okay. Touch right here. Not all trees are straight. You could have it a little crooked. I think it's more interesting that way. Okay, let me grab a palette knife and just work here. Okay, load up your brush with cadmium yellow. And let's come up here and just tap in the basic little highlight. That's all you want and need. So just highlight this. Just like so. How much time we're at? 21 minutes. Okay, just like that, you have yourself your grass going on, and you gotta reflect that right in. See, and just to have that fancy look, that's why I added less blue, so it looks a bit more fancy. Okay, I'm gonna do it different today. I'm gonna just cut in a few water lines. Just cut them in just like so. Okay, and let me go ahead and I'm going to some black with the corner of the brush. I just want to tap on leaves on this tree, just using the corner. The brush will do all of the work for you. All you gotta do is not apply much pressure and just the process. Something like so. And if you want your tree to be leafless, that's completely okay. I'm painting it how I would imagine this to be. Maybe, okay, let's go ahead. Maybe there lives a smaller tree. Maybe this tree is growing up. It's growing alongside with this. Let's say it's his father. He wants to grow up as tall as his father and wants to have as much leaves as his dad does. Making stories just makes this process of painting much funner. That's how I like inventing these little stories. Might make me seem a bit crazy, but oh well. I like doing this. Shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. You have a clean, dry brush. I'm gonna go in here and load up some green in my bristles. Load up. See, the key is not to add so much pressure. Just let the brush work like a brush. Don't try to force it. Some light would hit it here and there. Maybe this one has a few leaves growing on there. 25 minutes. lightly. Just tap on a few little highlights that live out there. Now, I told you guys we were gonna do it a bit differently, so grab my filbert brush, and instead of putting dirt, I'm gonna go into my filbert, load it up, and I'm gonna do a couple rocks that live out here. Maybe it's like a rocky underneath. Real shaky hand wouldn't hurt here. You can put as much or as little rocks as you desire. Okay? Maybe right there. There lives a rock. Now, let's go ahead. I told you guys I don't really use my foliage. Let me clean my brush real quick. Again, straight paint thinner. Shake it off. Just beat it a bit. You don't beat it completely, you'll still have some paint thinner. So when you go straight into the paint, I'll thin it out. That's why I didn't dry my brush completely, because I wanted to thin out my paint. Look at that. You can create awesome bushes there. You know what? I'm gonna take a little extra time. I think this is too exposed. Boom. And boom. Maybe this one's a bit crooked. Let's type. Let's block in a couple evergreen trees that live out here. They're big ol' mean evergreen trees. Just tap it on. I hope you guys don't mind me taking a little extra time to make some changes. Load up your brush. I'm just going back and forth. Just that motion in order to achieve the look of some good old evergreens. I think that looks much better, at least to my eyes. Okay, let me adjust my palette. Not adjust, but rearrange the paints on my palette. I have it going crazy on my yellow. So I just want to pile everything up into one. Just for more convenience for me. Now, some brown and white. Few little tree trunks. Just the tree trunk here and there. A little bit more white to my brown. And just very little. Shoot. Just so lightly. Okay. And with that, I can clean my fan brush real quick. 30 minutes. I'll deal with brush it a bit later. I'm gonna load some green color on my brush, my fan brush. load up a little bit of lighter green color. And if you have to thin it out, feel free to thin out that paint so it could stick on better. Because as you know, a thin paint will stick onto thicker paint, but it'll get darker towards the bottom. Just like so. If you have to, maybe a little white in there. That was too much white. But that'll make it seem like this one's a bit more brighter. Okay. Let me get some green in there. Some sap green. And with that, we can conclude today's painting. I really hope you enjoyed this video and try this painting out. It's a nice little simple painting and you can work many layers in there. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and feel free to check out one of my videos, and feel free to subscribe down below. It really helps me out. Until then, I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Goodbye.